In 2025, one simple idea took root: to give India's local business owners, creators, and dreamers a voice that would echo far beyond their city limits. I'm Kabir. People say I'm honest, soft-hearted, maybe even a little old school in my values, but I believe in something timeless: the power of human stories to inspire action. That's why I started Kabirr Vani Business Edition podcast.
Wildlife safari. It has a very unique topic that I want to talk to you about right now, because हम घूमने तो usually जाते हैं, but then what got you into the concept of wildlife safari?
Wildlife per se or safaris per se?
Let's talk about wildlife first, then we'll come to safari.
So I love wildlife, and there's never a logical reason as to why you like something, right? So when I was a kid, my father, actually I have to give him credit to that. For that, he used to get me these books on animals and all, and I used to see them. In fact, things had reached a stage where if I scored well in a particular exam, I used to be awarded with I used to get gifts, these National Geographic video cassettes. So it has bloomed since then. And safari, because I also tried going to zoos initially. I used to go regularly to a lot of zoos. I've been to the Baikala Zoo multiple times. I've been to Mangalore, Mysore Zoo at least 4-5 times. The Hyderabad Zoo I've been. But then over time I realized that while watching National Geographic, maybe just the way people shot things when clicking videos and all used to be very fascinating. You know, I've seen original documentaries like Belinda Wright's Land of the Tiger and all this. I'm talking about 20-30 years ago. And the only way to see this kind of action was to be in a jungle. So hence safaris. Okay. So I went for my first wildlife safari in 1992, I think. 91 actually.
So that you went as in like, this
As a
was
child.
your, as a child,
Yeah.
I was talking about. Okay, so you went there, and what fascinated you that at that point of time you knew that अच्छा मैं ये करने वाला हूँ ऐसा करके, or this is something later on in your life came to कि अच्छा मुझे wildlife safari के अंदर कुछ करना है?
The very fact that things are so unpredictable, because in a zoo, you know that you go to a particular cage, around the corner, there's an animal or a tiger will probably be seen. But the best part is, till you went for a wildlife safari, you always thought that things here are also going to be very easy for you to spot. But the element of surprise, the way they track the animals with footprints and the jungle calls and all that's called alarm calls, that was a fascinating. Tracking the tiger was the most fascinating part of, even today, it's the most fascinating part than actually seeing it. The journey of tracking a tiger is more exciting than actually seeing a tiger.
So what is it like? So हम जब wildlife safari के बारे में बात करें, तो of course it kind of gives it away. Wildlife safari. So you're going out and you're checking out the wildlife animals and all. Now is this something where आप जाते हो and this is all planned कि अच्छा यहाँ पर tiger का ये zone है, tiger दिखने ही वाला है? Or is it something that it might be depending on your luck कि आज tiger दिखेगा या नहीं दिखेगा करके?
Well, element of luck is very high. Very, very high. And but luck has to be under very tactical knowledge.
Okay.
So let's put it in perspective. We are trying to say wildlife safaris. In the olden days, Sir Jim Corbett, he used to track tigers in the foothills of Himalayas as a conservationist, and then as a person who used to solve man-eating tiger problems. He had no GPS. He used to track tigers on his hearing and looking at their pug marks. Even today, that's how the way shikar used to be done. Today also tigers are tracked like that. It's just the only difference is that there's an element of surprise and there's an element of uncertainty, whether you see it or not. Because it's an elusive animal. So yes, there is never a plan. There is only a strategy.
Okay.
That this is where, and most important thing is, all tigers, in fact all animals, I would say, big cats particularly, are like victims of habit, just like us. They always have their territory. They always have the water hole they go to. They always have their paths that they cross, the trees that they spray. Every big cat does that. Today also the best naturalists in most good parks of India track tigers the old conventional way.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
A good naturalist will never call anyone and ask tiger kahan hai.
So
He'll always want to track his own tigers.
Okay, so when you're taking your clients to this wildlife safari, are you the one tracking all those things?
Well, I aspire.
Be honest. You're in front of camera.
I'm nowhere close. I'm on a journey to learn those things, but I would still say that yes, I have started to, and over time that I've continuously been in the forest, you kind of know which animal is making what sound, what is the sound for. There are various sounds that each animal makes. You have to understand which is the sound and for what it is making it. An alarm call is very different. A rutting call is very different. A call to excite a mate is very different. So that's the beauty.
You know, I when you're saying that, तो पता है हमारे ह्यूमन में भी होता है वो अपने मूवी देखे था पीके के अंदर बोले बड़ी कंफ्यूजिंग लैंग्वेज है बोले अच्छा sounds very similar to that you have a different way of
आपको जंगल में टाइम बिताना पड़ेगा सर पता समझने के लिए कि ये क्या कौन सा अच्छा है
very nice. Is it true where they say that tiger has already seen you 30 times before you spot him once?
I don't know the exact number of times he's seen you, but the truth is that there are chances that a tiger has seen you and you missed it. It has happened multiple times with me. And I'm sure any person who's done safaris for as long as I've been doing will agree. The tiger will want you to see it only and only if it wants you to see it.
Okay.
Otherwise, there's no chance that it is going to appear.
Okay, I think we're only talking about tiger here. Let's talk about the other animals as well. Give them some credit here, of course, because we in India and tigers.
No, I mean, let's get real. Tiger is what interested me in wildlife.
Okay, that's what your interest. I think that's the photo that you got awarded for as well, Ritna, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little about that before we move ahead to a different topic.
So that was a very interesting safari we did in Kana, and this is this tiger. That tiger was a good tiger. We actually tracked him down. And we were all so without getting into details of where we were, but we tracked him there were alarm calls happening, there was pug marks everywhere, and lots of gypsies were trying to, track him down, and eventually we got the tiger. So sometimes many cars also help because of sighting and everything. But then the beautiful part about this is that Kana symbolizes sal trees. Sal trees are the most common vegetation you found in Kana. Okay. And Kana was the first park which came under the purview of the Project Tiger, Kana and Ranthambore, 1972. So it is so iconic that you get a male tiger hugging a sal tree.
I mean, how long did it take you to take this photo?
See, as a photographer, you have to be ready. You have to keep clicking.
Okay.
So the minute, that is where big cat behavior helps, and that is why the acha which you're talking about, you have to be in the forest to actually know it. Okay. So we know that this tiger is sniffing the tree. He's giving you all the cues that he's going to hug. Okay. Sniffing the tree, he sprays it with his tail. He's like, this is my tree. Then he'll probably sniff it, and then he will go to hug it. The reason why he goes to hug it is because that's his tree. He wants to sharpen his claws, leave his footprints for other tigers to know that this is a occupied tree and it's an occupied area. And then when he was sniffing, he just turned like this, and that's when I got it.
How many clicks did you actually select?
I have about 120 clicks for that image. Wow. Where he is, there are various modes. I had an image of his like this with no face. Okay. And then just the paws, and then one just looking like this, like peekaboo, and then one this, and then this one was the best because he hugged it, his eyes are shut, and it actually came like a smile.
He's enjoying his moment where you caught him.
Wow. Because he's pressed his cheek under at the tree, so it's created like a smile. And see, Kabir, when you see images now, you get to know that this one is class. Okay. This one looked like that.
Very nice.
And I have many images, but I really thought that this one deserves it.
Of course. And naturally, I mean, you got 4th place there. That's huge.
I'm glad it got it.
Absolutely. That's definitely huge. How long did it take for this process for you to make sure, submit it and get everything done? Was it really exciting and calming for you?
Actually, I just submitted it. In fact, it's an alliance called Indian Big Cats Alliance. Mm-hmm. It's a government NGO of the part of the government is what I think. And they were doing it with another entity called Arts Maestro, which is a photography competition concept. So they do a lot of competitions. So they were talking about it. I saw one ad on Instagram one day, Big Cats photography. I was doing nothing. I said, let's apply. And I had 3 great images of big cats. Mm-hmm. And I applied. This was in 2023. Sorry, not 23, 24, early 24. And then nothing happened. And then I thought, maybe nahi hua hoga.
They had a response.
But then suddenly in September, I got a call, late September, that, sir, we have been trying to reach you. You're not picking up the phone.
Wow.
I said, what happened? I said, your image has been shortlisted in the top 100. I said, that's great.
Still big.
That's great. Very good. which image? So they said, we can't tell you that, but we'll tell you that 1 week later, if your image is selected in the top 30, we'll call you. Please pick the phone or please save my number. Then I saved that person's number. And then they called early October. And then I said, sir, 8th, this event is like this. Mr. Bhupendra Yadav ji, who's the Minister of Forests and Climate Control, is going to personally present this award. I said, man, that's great.
Wow. Must have given you goosebumps.
So that was a great experience.
Wow.
And it's very humbling because there were ace photographers around me.
Of course, naturally. Do you have any more plans to go ahead and get many of these awards now?
See, awards don't happen. I just plan to go and click as much. I think this thing tells me that you just continue clicking.
Okay, very nice. I think that's next time we should see a first place award there. Let's manifest that.
Let's hope. Let's manifest.
No, let's manifest that.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Let's get back on the topic of wildlife safari. Right now, what makes you different when it comes to other wildlife people who are doing these safaris?
I think everybody who's doing it is doing a great job. Because first of all, let me address that and I'll shout out to them because they are really doing a great job, because this is not easy to do, because unlike other travel business where you just have to book, right? This is actually being on the field with the client many times. So it's a lot of hard work. So my personal respect and shout out to all of them. Many of them are good friends of mine as well from Bombay, Pune. But coming to your question of where we would want to differentiate ourselves, real place where we can differentiate is to inculcate a acceptance that wildlife can be a luxury product. Now, what is happening is, given my past experience in the corporate world, I have been privileged to deal with a set of people and a universe where people want to have these kind of experiences but are not able to understand the nuances of how to do it. And I'm particularly talking about Africa, for example, right? Let's talk about Africa. People have the money, don't realize that is this something that's available, right? So for example, very crudely put, right? Can you imagine that if you have the dollars, you can actually have a private island in somewhere in Zimbabwe?
Agreed. I've heard about it, so I know, yeah.
Or a private deck with a pool for you and then a plains overlooking a private waterhole where you have elephants. Fact is, people want to do all that. But there is not enough knowledge available. There is a lot of knowledge available outside of India. There are very, very big agencies and companies who are actually doing that. So the real opportunity is, can an Indian outfit stand up and deliver that to a set of a population which is now equaling some of America's richest in terms of per capita. So yes, my entire endeavor would be to position ourselves as a luxury safari outfit.
Okay.
Where if you have the dollars, we will make experiences for you which you will never forget.
So, but then would that make it expensive? Because when you're saying you have the dollars, like, does that make it expensive?
See, expensive is a very interesting word. It's always a function of price versus value. Okay, 100 rupees also can be expensive if you're not getting value for it. Whereas a 10,000 rupees also can be great if you're getting value for it. So I don't want to get into the debate of expensive versus cheap. I would rather get into the debate of value versus lack of value. And all the dollars that you invest, I would use the word invest in your experience, actually goes into into fulfilling your experience. It doesn't go to the operator like us who's actually arranging it for you. Part of it does, but largely it goes to you. So you won't have that experience, somebody's arranging it for you.
Yeah, it's like an lifetime experience that you're always going to remember.
So I wouldn't want to use the word expensive. I would rather humbly say that if you want to invest in your experience, which you want to carry for the rest of your life, then don't look at the value, because you will forget that amount. That money which you spent will probably be forgotten, but that experience that you've got will always remain for you.
Okay, so all right, then look at the value.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, great. So, Anosh, I want to go for a safari, all right? But I have no idea. I want you to build me a package.
With all honor. So, first let me ask you. So, the way we do it is we'll ask our client. So, I'm going to ask you, how many nights do you have?
5 days, 4 days, 4 nights.
4 nights? 4 nights is great. Then I would humbly tell you to do it in India. Okay. Because if you're planning something international, 4 nights is meaningless. So, let's stick to India. Based on our existing network of intelligence, I think Central India has a lot of opportunities. Okay. We could look at Pench, we could look at Kana, we could look at Bandhavgarh, we could look at Tadoba. And Central India by itself is a very good catchment for a lot of wildlife. It's not only tigers, it's a belt of India. It's a corridor. It's rich in the mineral deposits, forests. So you have a lot of wildlife that you can target.
Okay.
And we can construct a very nice overall package for you which includes your stays in reasonably good resorts, which are, I would say, somewhere in the range of, I would say, 18,000 to 25,000 per night.
Okay, it will be like 3-4 star?
These are all 4-star.
4 stars, okay.
We don't work less than these lodges because some of these lodges are personally vetted by us. We have gone there multiple times.
You have personally explored it.
We know the owners, we know the managers there, we know the cooks there, everything. We have them on the phone. So that's the USP we bring in. So these are all 4-star properties. Safaris, as you call it, the game drives, which includes your excursions. On an average in India, it would be fair to say is between 8,000 on the lower side to 12,000 on the higher side on an average. Some parks are a little expensive, but I would say basically 10 to 12,000 पकड़ के चलना चाहिए. Okay. आप 4 दिन के आइटनरी में मान लो 4 सफारी करोगे, दिन का 1 या 5 सफारी करोगे, उतना. And then we will also get you picked up from whichever airport or station that you are reaching. All that. So this is what an entire package at a basic level will look like. And then we will also throw in some experiences based on discussions and whether you want to do it. So some offbeat experiences, like we can do a sundowner for you in the forest.
Oh, nice.
We can do a night drive for you. Okay. We can do a boat ride for you. We can do a nature trail for you where you and your family go. We can arrange a nice high tea at the end of it. All these things are something that we discuss with clients, and broadly a 5-night package, a 4-night package will look something like this, very immersive, very, very different experiences. And at the end of it, you will have a great time.
Now, in this one very important thing is that usually, because the culture that we are in, food is very important. So, the people that I'll be going with will want to prefer having Jain.
Not at all. Not a problem at all. We have a lot of chefs who make Jain food. Okay. We have a lot of Jain clients. And let me tell you, if any of the Jain people are watching this, we have a chef in Kenya that can fly down for you to make Jain food for you in the bush.
No way.
Yes. Wow. And he'll make amazing Jain food for you.
Naturally. So in the bush, but ये अलग बात है कि शायद कीड़े मकोड़े आ जाएंगे तो
Jain food, authentic Jain food will be made for you.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's in Kenya. So in India, it's absolutely not a problem.
Okay. You make it that simple and that amazing for it. Okay. So I know you told me all of these things. So approximate, what am I looking at per person for 4 nights?
See, I would say anywhere in the range of, if you add all the costs and even if you want to go and do it entire booking by yourself, right? You will come to a price of somewhere for 4 nights, somewhere in the range of, I would say, 60,000 to 65,000 per person, all inclusive.
All inclusive.
If you have to make this package on your own,
on my own, yeah.
That's how much you will end up.
What if I want to add your experience that so the way I tell my clients is, if you go to do it, you will end up saving 5,000 rupees. Okay. But in that, by paying me that 5,000, 10,000 extra, you're getting a lot of knowledge, which will help you save that other 90%. I agree. Because you are the pro, you come up with that experience of what's going to work like. I completely agree to it. Now, in this wildlife safari, right, what all will I get to see?
Yeah, so the craze for tiger is immense. Because India is the place where it has about 70% of the world's population of tigers. So any forest in India is incomplete without the obsession of trying to see a big cat, a tiger. But India has got some crazy wildlife. India is the only place where you see the gaur, the bison. India is a home to almost 500 species of birds. India has the Asiatic wild dog. India has the sloth bear. And on a safari, you could try and see all of this. In fact, there are places in northern belt where you boast of having India's big five, which is the elephant, the Indian buffalo, the rhinoceros, the tiger and the leopard. So India is an amazing place to see wildlife. Although tiger is the national animal and the whole commerciality has been created around the tiger, and it is a beautiful cat. I still love it. Every time I go to the forest, I want to see a tiger. But there's a lot to see.
Now, and this is a possible experience that I can have while I'm on your wildlife safari with you.
Absolutely. In the sense, if you're in the forest and the forest that we recommend there's a chance that you'll see a lot of these animals.
I'm appreciating that. I have a question for you here. Because we are in their territory, we are in their neighborhood, right? What are the risks that I'm taking while I enter their, home?
There is always a risk when you enter the jungle, but that risk of being hurt in the jungle is lower than you being hurt while crossing the road. A sound knowledge of the animal behavior, sticking to park rules and guidelines, and respecting the animal will ensure that you have a great experience without being on the other side. Even some of the properties that we work with, they're all in the buffer zones. There is regular animal movement around the properties. From what we understand, years of knowledge about animal behavior. आप अगर उसको नहीं छेड़ोगे ना तो वो कुछ नहीं करेगा, because you're not a part of that food chain. And respect, be alive to the fact that you are in their territory, and there's a nice harmony.
Okay, great. वरना ऐसा तो नहीं ना कि हम जा रहे हो पीछे से आ रहा है, अच्छा हमें सिखा रहा है.
ये सब बॉलीवुड है. ये जंगल में नहीं चलता.
जंगल में नहीं चलता. Okay.
उसको आपको कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है.
Okay, he's or she is enjoying their own home. They're walking around.
Kabir, they are surviving every day. They're not enjoying. Their karmic duty in life is to fulfill their duty of reproduction and survival. They don't care if anything that gives them a threat, comes in this karmic circle or duty of whatever.
Yeah.
That is a threat.
Yeah, you're gonna then see your next life.
That is a threat.
Right.
Respect the animal, even if for whatever reason you're walking on a jungle floor and there's a tiger that comes in front of you. It's very easy to sit in a room like this and give gyan.
Of course.
But the reality is that if you let the animal see you, 9 out of 10 times the animal will walk away. Because they don't want to confront you. Be it any animal. You have to make that animal see you.
So, I'm usually it's आजकल YouTube के ऊपर, Instagram के, we all see all those videos that tiger got caught of one of the visitors or safarist and all, and it was eaten away. Why does that happen?
From my limited knowledge, there's no tourist who's being attacked by a tiger. There was one unfortunate incident that happened in one African country earlier this year. Accidents happen. What happens also is that the habitat for the tiger is shrinking. And as more and more villagers come in the natural path of the tiger, these events are going to happen. Sad reality. Can't do much. There's always the possibility of every single day there is someone or the other getting killed by a tiger.
But do you think this is because of what we are doing as humans something wrong?
See, there's no right or wrong in this. I don't blame the villagers also. They can't do much. It's a sad reality. The reality also is that most of these villages are on the fringes of the forest. These forests are shrinking. Tiger population is increasing. While we would want to give ourselves pat on the back and saying that tigers' number of population has increased in the last.
Of course, because we're trying to save tiger naturally.
I would like to actually believe that a better success story if we can increase the forest area in India, maintain those corridors, because the problem is not if you leave the tiger will survive, but you have to give it enough space, and it's easier said than done, because in a country like India where there is always this tussle between economic reforms and protecting forest cover, this struggle is going to remain. And it's not only in India, I see that in other parts of the world as well. See that in Africa as well.
Okay. So do you think because we are running these wildlife safaris and we are going into their territories, is it possible that we are also harming the forest, or how are you making it ensure that जब हम ये wildlife safari पे जा रहे हैं तो we are also ensuring and taking care of the forest?
Well, I am a strong believer that tourism is the most necessary thing to protect a species and the forest. The dollars that tourism throws in can be used to protect the forest, can be used to enhance infrastructure, pay the salaries to the forest staff, enhance security, protection, everything. No tourism means a dead end. So I will not want to believe that tourism harms conservation. I think tourism is a necessary evil. So many times it has happened that tourists have spotted untoward incidences in forests without naming in particular forests where they're gone reported, and then these issues have been resolved. I don't think tourists actually harm it. Yes, the tourists, what happens is because of increased tourism, there are things happening where people want to have Instagrammable opportunities. Reckless tourism is increasing because of the hunt for Instagrammable opportunities. And everybody wants to now go to a wildlife, which is actually great for businesses like us.
Naturally.
But at the end of the day, I would strongly urge all tourists to be very conscious about what they're doing. And it starts with as simple as don't take a plastic bottle in the forest. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm seeing so many cases of plastic bottles in core areas. It's appalling. That way, yes, tourism does harm.
Okay.
But I think largely tourism helps.
So I think as a tourist, we should respect the forest, make sure that we're not taking plastic bottles. We're not, eating the food and throwing the wrapper there. And we're making sure that we're keeping their environment clean.
Yes,
So
we
that
should
it's-
not look at it as picnic sites. We should look at it as you're going to somebody's home. Will you loiter somebody's home when you go?
You wouldn't, definitely not. To get bitch slapped.
Yeah. And then how do the slaps count?
Exactly.
In different forms.
In different forms. You think because of the Instagram and the phones that we have currently got, the selfie moments are ruining the experience people could actually have while watching the tiger rather than just taking the photo of it?
I can't agree more with you, Kabir, on this. I want to give a shout out to one of our parks, Tadoba National Park. They were the pioneers in implementing a no mobile policy
Are you kidding me?
inside the park.
Actually, they getting visitors?
They are.
Okay.
And we spoke about this with some of the other national parks, and the other national parks are saying, sir, ye bahut acha cheez kiya Tadoba ne. And with Tadoba now, all the national parks of Maharashtra have decided a no mobile policy.
Okay.
You cannot take your mobile phone inside the park.
Now, is it because they want to keep the animals safe or want to keep the tourists safe?
They want to actually keep the tourists safe. See, what happens when you're taking a selfie, right? You're so obsessed and so focused on the selfie, you don't know where you land. There have been incidents of tourists falling off the car.
I agree. I think that has been there. I think somebody tried to get on the tree to take a photo.
I'm not sure about that, but I know a case of a tourist falling off his car and the mother is coming with 4 cubs in front towards his car. And the tiger doesn't know how to behave. Doesn't know what to do. Ye kya hai? But she's focused on her own thing. But the reality is, because of this, I am fully in agreement that you should ban mobile phones in India.
And I mean, while
In national parks.
Safari.
I support that.
Okay, great.
At the cost of being apolitical, I fully support it.
Fully supported. Okay, yeah, because I think few things can happen there. I believe because when you're not taking a mobile phone to a safari, number one, you'll actually enjoy the present moment while you're seeing it, because it's a different scenario. I understand you want to preserve it into a mobile phone and you saw it. You can find the same damn photo online.
The intangible benefits of not having a mobile phone for those 4 hours is immense.
You'll actually, your
actually
other senses will start
The
working.
senses start working, and people have said, I love it. People say it. I just love it. 4 hours, no phone. Network. See, sometimes these parks have network here and there.
Right.
So I don't get a call. I don't get a message. I can rightfully say I'm in the jungle. Please don't call me for 4-5 hours. Okay, there's nothing to monitor. It's okay. Life will move on for 4 hours. Nothing's going to change.
But then how about the fact where how will they capture the memories?
Carry your camera.
They're okay to carry the camera, but no mobile phones.
Your eyes.
I know, I agree. So I'm one of
And
those
let me tell you in the
people-
same breath, as a photographer,
Uh,
and I have lot of friends who will probably resonate with me, is that when we didn't have our cameras, we were very happy seeing animals.
I know.
Now I want a head on. I want it up a tree. I want it looking at me. I want this angle. I want that angle. But you're expecting too much.
And you won't even remember the enjoyment that you had.
Yeah, you become so obsessed. Actually, people become so obsessed in getting the right angle, you're actually forgetting the moment.
Yeah, I'm honestly one of those people. When I go for a concert, when I go for anything which is there, and people are just taking photo, I'm like, just keep it away, man. Just enjoy the moment, the present. And then you are the one person who's gonna remember actually what had happened rather than just trying to, oh wait, let me go back and see what happened.
Unbelievable experiences, memories, things that are etched in your memory without a phone camera. There have been sightings where I was so happy I didn't have a camera. Because that
Do you
is
want to
extremely-
share any of those sightings
Oh,
that you
yes.
had? Please share one.
In 1995, I was 14 years old. We went to, today it's the craze, it's Dikala Forest Guest House in Corbett. Everybody wants to go there. I went there in 95 when nobody wanted to go. Today, everybody wants to go to Dikala. And those are the days when they used to take you on an elephant back to see a tiger. Because there were no gypsies. I'm talking about 30 years ago. So we went on one such safari and we crossed the tiger. And then my uncle said, "Arey, shayad tiger baitha hai niche." And then elephants retraced.
Okay.
And there were two of us, two elephants.
Okay.
4 on this elephant, 4 on that elephant. They went and cornered that tiger. In a sense, to see, imagine the tiger is sleeping somewhere. It's right in the scorching afternoon, right? The tiger saw 2 elephants and the way she charged, that growl is etched.
Really?
No camera, no phone, nothing can do justice to what you felt.
Did you want to run away at that point of time?
That was scary. In fact, we were scared of what if the elephant stands, one of us is going to fall off.
Yes. And then tiger goes like, "Oh, free food."
And then one of the elephants actually, it shat in fear.
No way.
It literally,
Wow.
that is still the best experience I've had with a tiger.
Wow,
Nothing
that's
after that.
crazy. I mean, what would you do to again have the civil experience?
That was one.
Right.
And then another instance of in Ranthambore, there was this iconic male tiger called Fateh, which is in a very, very far zone. So, and he's known to charge at vehicles. This was, I'm talking about 10 years ago,
Okay.
where my guide and me and a few of us went to see the tiger. And then it was so close to photograph. We were just looking at him. And he was eating some carcass kill. It was stinking.
Okay.
And all he had to do is just look at you. तुम्हारी फट थी, मेरी तो फट गई.
Really?
मैंने कैमरा रखा और बोला भाई मैं इसको देखने वाला हूँ. So sometimes what happens is you have to just the glory and the aura of the cat is
While eating the hunt. I mean, I can already imagine the way you're expressing. It's probably the face full of blood and looking at you like, okay.
you have no out. If the tiger decides to charge at you, you're dead meat.
Exactly.
Okay, but then that understanding that the tiger is, let him do what he's doing, you just watch it. Don't do movements like trying to click and all. I really think, Kabir, that as much as I love photography now, today in an age where digital cameras are so easily available and people are clicking at will without understanding composition, I think that entire hunt for the perfect picture has spoiled the happiness of seeing the animals.
I agree. I mean, I can only imagine this particular thing. So now let me ask you, these beautiful things that you're talking about, you can actually make these memories come true for some people by taking them to the wildlife safari.
Absolutely. In fact, one of the reasons when we started Game Drive, that was my idea that, I want to have people rub off effects and experiences what we do, the way we see animals. And it's something different to see an animal in its full glory, whichever animal it is. The way it's behaving in itself, it's so free in the natural world. And we need to, in a way, what you're doing is you're actually inculcating the habit of tourism through that, protection, conservation, all that. Because we need forests. We need these animals for our own survival. You're talking about climatic change, global warming and all that. It's all related. As a part of the food chain, the animal that makes the most bottom part of the food chain also is important. And the only way that you can protect is awareness. And awareness is only possible through tourism.
I completely agree. And how do people get in touch with you, Anosh?
So we have our Instagram handles. We have a helpline.
What is it called?
It's on Instagram. You can find it at the Game Drive.
Okay, I'll put that in my description. You can check it out.
There's my personal handle which I follow, which I talk a lot about educational content, about wildlife. That's at another handle. It's called Shares to Shares. Okay. So because my journey is a very nice shares to shares kind of a thing, from the share market to the shares. So I like that handle.
I got that.
And we have a team. We have a WhatsApp helpline. We have a helpline. We have a dedicated person who speaks to clients. We have everything. There's a way.
And do you do safaris all around the year, or is that a special time that you should go for a safari?
Any time is a good time for a safari. Okay. But yes, what we ask clients is to at least plan 3 months in advance.
Okay.
Because given the huge demand for safaris, one thing which is a rare commodity and which spills up very fast is the tickets to these national parks.
Okay. Oh,
The
that's-
permits.
Permits.
So permits open at regular intervals. You have to plan your safaris well in advance, and we can't tell you how much we actually tell our clients well in earnest that this is opening. So we have a WhatsApp community in which we keep telling clients this is what we are planning. This is the safaris are going to open up. Are you interested? But despite that, there are always the
Always
latecomers.
That's how it works. That's the enjoyment of it.
And the beautiful part is some clients come and say, "Arey, I think I'm a little early for November." I said, "Yes, sir, you're very early for next November."
Next November. Okay, and give me 3 top safari spots that you would recommend.
See, I don't like this question.
Come
Okay. Always people ask me, what is the top recommend? It changes every year.
But still, all-time favorite of yours. It must be something that you can go no matter what.
Kana, for just the enormity of the forest,
Okay.
you will feel little. You will feel insignificant in Kana. Tall sal trees. Definitely, if you are a wildlife enthusiast, at some point you should go to Masai Mara, because that's the beauty which your kids see on TV. The giraffes, the zebras, all comes live in front of you.
Okay.
No place has given me the kind of tiger interaction of multiple tigers, mother and cubs, mating tigers than Tadoba.
Okay. Great.
So these 3, I would say, once a year ek darshan banta hai.
How come Ranthambore is not in your top 3 list? Because it's certain reason that it's not that famous.
You're touching a you're touching a raw nerve. Okay.
Why is that? Why is it? Tell me, enlighten me.
So I've never gone public with this,
Okay.
but if you asked me like 7-8 years ago, it used to be my top preferred park. You could drop me inside anywhere in Ranthambore and I'll come back to the gate walking. That's my guarantee to you. That's the number of times I used to go to Ranthambore. 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. But over time, what I've really felt, and I most of my wildlife colleagues will agree with this, is that Ranthambore today has become, in my view, an epitome of corruption. And just standing symbol of black marketing.
Wow.
And of course, with due respect to them, they're trying to change it this year onwards. The last 5 years has been pathetic.
Okay.
Because you should never get a safari a year in advance. 1 year. You should never get a safari. You have to book. Imagine somebody telling me I want to book for 31st December next year. It is sold out.
You're saying it's sold out
Sold
next
out.
year, 2026, if you're
Sold
talking
out.
about.
Very little left.
Wow, really?
The good zones are all gone. It requires very little mind to apply where this is going. It's a part of the Golden Quadrilateral. A lot of inbound tourists go to Rajasthan every year. It falls nicely in the circuit. They have the dollars, so they pay and go. Today, if you also want to go, and the beautiful part is, permit that gets sold out 1 year in advance is available to you at 10 times the cost the time that you want to go.
It's that expensive. I mean, when I'm talking about expensive, you're talking about this is not premium, this is expensive.
At least 5 times, minimum. And for me, somebody who loves tigers, I don't want to waste my
What can
time
they
there.
do different now to make things better?
I really think that they should learn from the Madhya Pradesh government.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are they?
The way Madhya Pradesh government has its online portal, believe me, they don't need people like us to book tickets for them. It is an excellent portal. I would strongly urge everyone who's watching this video to go to Forest MP online and see the ease with which you can book permits. It's like easier than booking on Make My Trip tickets.
Wow, really?
Really.
Okay,
Full respect to Madhya Pradesh.
fair enough.
And make it, in fact, I think the thing that's lacking in India is that all states should come together and have a unified booking system.
I agree. That's something I think we can definitely.
Because forest departments come under the national government. It is not, of course, it's a state subject at various points, but it's so much easier. Like Madhya Pradesh, even Maharashtra, in the last 2 years, they had a big scandal in Tadoba a couple of years ago. Now their online system is fantastic. So Rajasthan needs to learn from both Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, and I'm not surprised that people are now moving towards Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh
Okay.
from North India.
Okay.
We have so many clients from Gurgaon, Delhi who are sick and tired of Ranthambore and Corbett and want to come to Kanha and get Pench Tadoba.
I guess it's good for others that they're getting into it. Well, Anosh, I would love to keep going on with this beautiful experience of yours and all that you have shared today. I really hope that people find the right guide to take them to the wildlife safari, because I felt being in this podcast of this 30 minutes, I had tour of several different areas of wildlife, and I'm going to be definitely one of the people who's going to join you for this wildlife safari, because it's going to be my first one.
I really look forward to hosting you, Kabir, and thanks for this opportunity to come and speak to your audience about this. Wildlife is a very personal topic to me. I feel that it's very, very less understood. But now, thanks to a lot of wildlife operators and Instagram and social media, needs to be given its due credit, that people are now understanding the good and the bad. So that is great, and I really look forward to host you on a safari soon.
Very, very soon. And before we call this the podcast, I want to go ahead and ask you a quick rapid fire round.
Oh, sure.
You ready for that?
I didn't expect that, but yes,
Alright,
let's go ahead.
Let's do that. Your favorite wildlife destination, the one that still gives you goosebumps.
I think I answered that. Kana.
One thing people completely misunderstand about safaris.
They think it's a picnic.
A travel myth you want to break forever.
Animal sighting is guaranteed the minute you start a safari.
Safari for newlyweds, romantic or risky?
Very romantic.
Best safari for families with kids. Which park tops your list?
Bench.
Petch. Okay. If you could take any Bollywood celebrity on a safari, who would you choose and why?
Well, I'll take Isha Kopikar. She's my sister.
That's not fair. Select another one.
Arey, she's my brand ambassador of a business.
But still family.
Are you recording this?
Of course, this is being recorded.
Okay. Isha is my sister, and she gets the first right of first refusal on a safari with me.
Oh, come on. He's just being a brother right now. Alright, fine.
But she also loves wildlife because she's been growing on the wildlife.
keeps going on with you, right?
She'll only go with me.
Okay, chalo sahi hai. So he's just booking you up. That's all he's doing right now. So you cannot go with anyone else. So yeah, I'm getting his intentions. One piece of gear you advise never travel without.
Binoculars.
The most overrated travel destination according to you.
Safari destination?
Yes.
We just answered that. I don't want to answer it again.
I'll do it again.
Ranthambore.
Alright. The one thing every traveler should experience at least once in the wild.
Seeing a tiger.
What's the wildest request a client has ever made?
The wildest request a client has ever made is one particular client forgot her diabetes medicine in the forest, and then we'll have to figure out a way to get it for her, and that needs a prescription. So we had to call her doctor, get the prescription video recording. Oh man! Oh yes, I remember this. Not good name.
Alright. Cool. So a diabetic medicine in middle of the forest without prescription. Ouch. One line every traveler should remember before stepping into the jungle.
That you are entering the wild territory in somebody's home. Respect it
Alright.
and don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid or you'll be eaten.
I don't know if you'll be eaten, but don't be stupid.
Alright, cool. Anush, I think I've truly enjoyed our conversation today. I would say that the most vivid part of this conversation was the fact where you have told me a tiger eating the carcass, and I could imagine him eating it and looking up with a mouth full of blood and scare the shit out of me as well. That's crazy. And I wish to have that.
So if you actually
Look
go to
for
my
it.
YouTube channel and
Yeah.
see that video, it has got some 65,000 views.
Really?
You should check that video.
I'm definitely going to do that.
It's my first video.
I'm gonna put that in the link below as well. So people who are watching this, you must go and watch that, because I can only imagine how that would look like. All of you guys, my listeners, my viewers, I hope that you enjoyed today's podcast on wildlife safari and what you should do, what you should not do, and to make sure that you don't get eaten while you're at the safari. It's very important we have touched on the topic where how you can keep the environment clean. Now, we're not only talking about in wildlife, right? I'm talking about when you're walking in the streets, when you're driving through the car, try not to throw the trash. Make sure that you keep the things clean and neat as you would do at your home. Because when you're walking through or driving through the wildlife, it's someone's home that you're entering. So why not enjoy it, keep their home clean, keep the mobile phones away, take the photos, because I'm sure the guide himself is going to take the camera with him so that you can enjoy the experience while he's doing all the hard work. Go ahead and book a safari with Anosh today, and I'm pretty sure the way he sounds, he's going to make your safari very memorable. All his details are there in description below. Go ahead and check it out, and go ahead and share this with your friends and family who would like to go for a wildlife safari. It can be a newly wedded couple as well, or a family. There's no stopping anyone. Or if you're a solo rider, even better. Go ahead and check out the podcast and share this with your friends and family who would like to go for a wildlife safari. See you in the next podcast.
This isn't just a podcast, it's a catalyst, a space where your business story can become someone's turning point. I'm Kabir, and this is the Kabirr Vani Business Edition. Your voice, your impact forever.